Mina Sirkin, she's a probate attorney in Los Angeles and an expert in these conservatorship laws. Mina, thank you so much for being here. In your experience, what do you think is going to happen in court today?
I think the most important thing that's going to happen today is the court is going to be looking for that 2014 order that determined whether or not Britney has the ability to make her own medical decisions. That's going to change a lot of things in this case. I think it bears a lot on her ability to make decisions regarding her IUD, regarding the ability to take medication or not take medication in this case. So I think that's going to be the primary item on the court's agenda today. But at the same time,
I just want to interrupt there for a second, because that was one of the bombshells from when she called into court the last time, that she says that she was basically forced to be on lithium. And she says that this is why she doesn't want another psychological analysis, because she says that when she gets them, she's not told what the outcome is, and then suddenly she's forced. Here was what she said. She said, 3 days later, after I said no to performing in Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had 1 million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off of my normal meds I've been on for 5 years, and lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. So you're saying that today she might be granted the power to control the intake of her own medication?
That's correct. In probate conservatorships, people who are under 65 years of age, who don't have dementia, cannot be ordered to take medication against their will. That's for another type of conservatorship called an LPS conservatorship, which this is not.
Well, then,
so in this
case,
case,
why has this been happening to her in that case?
I'm not sure if her therapists have actually told her that she's not obligated to do that. But nonetheless, lithium is a pretty powerful drug. It's given in very exceptional circumstances to people. So I'm not certain if her doctors had prescribed it, but whether or not they did prescribe it, this court cannot order that she be forced to take that medication.
Mina, I know that look, I have to assume that a lot of this is about money, if not all of this being about money, because so many people around Britney are controlling her money and paying themselves. And I know that you have looked into the court documents. Have you been able to figure out how much her father, Jamie Spears, has been giving himself for a salary, or how much her personal conservator has been getting?
Yes, I have. I had an opportunity to take a look at the court documents, and it looks like before the court today, there are a number of figures, and some of those figures are that Mr. Spears had requested $16,000 a month, and if you add that up to annually, it's $192,000 a year. And the request by Jody Montgomery, who's the conservator, the temporary conservator of the person, is approximately $221,000. If you just add those two figures a year. Well,
so the people that Britney doesn't want, sorry to interrupt, the people that Britney does not want anymore to control the decisions, to control her money, are making basically $200,000 or more a year. Is there any way that that could end today?
Well, it would only, as to her father, would only end if her father is removed as the conservator of the estate. Right now, he's unfortunately the only game in town because the Bessemer Trust is seeking to leave the case, so he's still in that position. But it is possible that another conservator of the estate may come in. But lots of this has to do with, out of the totality of the money that she's earned per year, what is a reasonable sum for a conservator? Because this is an all-consuming event. Once you become the conservator of someone's estate who is in show business, practically all of your time is taken up.
So is that reasonable? I mean,
so
from your experience, so the $200,000 times 13 years of this, is that reasonable, that that's what they've been extracting?
I'm not sure if for the entire duration of the 13 years he's been getting that amount. That's only the amount that he's requesting now. But assuming that that's the case, if you are dedicating your entire month to the Britney Spears business ventures, I can assume that that's not an unreasonable amount as far as the conservator of the estate is concerned.
Okay, Mina Sirkin, it's great to be able to rely on your expertise with this. We have so many questions. Obviously, we'll have more after today's hearing. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.